You see the little shit going. That's a video.
And I've proved that I'm willing to step up to the plate and give the fans the fights they want to see, because as we all know that Wilder was trying to fight Anthony Joshua for 2 years, and there was a lot of money on the table, $80 million to be precise, and they turned it down. And I was here, I was 400 pounds plus, and I was thinking to myself, I need to come back, I need to fight Deontay Wilder, almost to defend my country type of thing, because a lot in the boxing game, they were saying, oh, the British heavyweights, they're all cowards and whatever. And I'm sitting here thinking, I've been retired for nearly 3 years, 400 pounds, I'm going to make a comeback and I'm going to knock Wilder out. Within 6 months, I was back in the ring. I'm back fighting Deontay Wilder.
Those are the words of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury once again. Tyson has been on a roll. It should be called Tyson IFL Fury. But Tyson claims, with another claim, that Wilder tried to fight Joshua for 2 years. And they, meaning Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua, refused $80 million, according to Tyson Fury. Now, I know this particular video, this is a day old, and it's going to make some waves. And I know some people, some channels, some of my best channels, they will eat this up, and they have, and they will. Right? So let's just talk about the $80 million. Where does the $80 million come from? What $80 million is referenced towards what? Okay, and you know, I heard of 50. You remember the $50 million situation with Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. Now, what he is probably referring to, okay, let me remind you guys of something. The lie that came out blatantly, there was a couple lies that came up with Shelly Finkel, Stephen Espinosa, Frank Warren, Lou DiBella. Okay, all these people were working on that deal. Okay, Stephen Espinosa claimed that Frank Warren had nothing to do with that $50 million, which Frank Warren said, yeah, you did. Right? Lou DiBella said, so what if he was? He should have been. He verified it. He clarified it that Frank Warren was aboard. Shelly Finkel lies and says they agreed to terms of one of those deals, because it was many. Then he turned around and said, we never agreed to terms, after he said on camera, on video, that he agreed to terms. So all this is backstory. We got to remember all this stuff. But someone, the number one person that revealed the most information about this was Frank Warren. Okay, it was a deal between BT Sports, I think either Fox or Showtime. It was actually Showtime and BT Sports. So over on Joshua's side, BT Sports were going to show the British, the fight over there in the UK, and then over here Showtime was going to show it. Okay, so wherever the fight was going to be, and it was going to be in America, so the British could watch it on BT, the Americans can watch, we can watch it on Showtime, pay-per-view. And it was a $50 million offer to Anthony Joshua, and it was a $30 million offer to Deontay Wilder. Right? That was the split. Joshua gets $50 million. Deontay Wilder gets $30 million. That's the $80 million. The only problem with this is how Tyson Fury is explaining it. I think he has it mixed up a bit. You know, Wilder tried to fight Joshua. They refused $80 million. There was no $80 million. Now, Wilder turned down $100 million or $120 million or whatever to get in front of Joshua. He turned that down. But now this is a new spiel because, according to Tyson, he reveals that that Joshua and AJ turned down $80 million. Well, again, if that's where that $80 million, maybe Frank Warren told Tyson Fury about the $80 million deal that was supposed to go on. That's how he knew about it. That's the only way that I can link them together. But if you guys can remember, Anthony Joshua was Sky Sports. That's like HBO. You can't, that's, okay, let's look at it this way. Do you guys remember when Manny Pacquiao was with Top Rank and fought on HBO? And then Floyd Mayweather fought on Showtime? Do you guys remember that? Floyd Mayweather fought on Showtime. Manny Pacquiao fought on HBO. So both of those networks had to come together. Okay? It wasn't one buying out the other. It doesn't work that way. They got to work together. So that means BT Sports had to come to Sky Sports and say, hey, me and Sky Sports, we have to combine because he has a contract with Sky Sports. For one fight, for $50 million wouldn't have been enough. Okay? Especially when a brother made $85 million his last fight, $35 million the fight before that, $25 million the fight before that. Okay? I mean, the guy's getting money. He's getting paid. So one fight with $50 million to fight Deontay Wilder, to buy out a contract, to put yourself in all types of... It wouldn't be worth it. In fact, he would probably go under because Sky Sports was like, you can't do that. You sign with us. You can't go to BT to fight Wilder for $50 million. That can't happen. But the sad thing about that is, you guys made an offer to Anthony Joshua for $50 million, and then Wilder was going to get 30. Well, it would have been a good idea, I guess, because, Wilder would have been admitting that Anthony Joshua was the A side, right? But in return, they would buy the rights to everything else, okay? They would buy the rights to everything else, and they wouldn't get squat. So they turned... I don't even know if they turned it down, because if this is the same offer, okay, because we don't know, maybe because this is only a 3-minute clip. So he didn't really go into detail how he get the information, what he was really talking about when he was regarding the $80 million. So we don't really know if that was the 50 plus the 30 that Wilder was going to get. And if so, that's still wrong anyway, because he's saying that they refused $80 million. So where's this $80 million coming from? Who in the hell is going to put up $80 million to give to a British fighter? Right? What, you think Showtime is going to give $80 million to Joshua? Think about that for a minute. Right? Why would they do that? Why do you think that deal looks so shady? 24-hour deadline. This is real, people. 24-hour deadline from a person that's across the world, that is across the Atlantic. You know what time it is in the UK right now? It's 3 in the morning. It is not. It's 3:17 in the morning. It's 9:17 now here. Okay, we're a day behind. We're 6 hours behind. So to give somebody a 24-hour deadline with a 6-hour difference, you're really showing us you want that fight, knowing the time difference. Because by the time everybody wakes up, you mean you got to send it late for it to get there early. Right? Because if we send it late, it'll get there late at night or in the morning. Think about if I send an email right now, someone's asleep in the UK. They might not see it until 8 or 9 o'clock. Right? Unless they were up or whatever. But if they're any normal sleeping human being, they're going to be asleep. So we have to remember these things, because when you have Tyson Fury will say he's going to play. He knows he has 2 fighters on his radar, and he knows he's after each and every one of them. And how do you do it? You break down his credibility. You call him scared. You call him a coward. You call him a chicken. That's what Tyson Fury does. He is so much like Muhammad Ali without the hair, but at a different pigmentation. Different country. Because he will do things to break you down. Hey, they all bums. I'm going to knock them out in one. Right? That's Muhammad Ali. He's a big dulcer. A big shithouse. Right? They're all big dulcers. They're all big bums to Tyson Fury. Just like Muhammad Ali. I don't know why y'all think I'm the greatest. All I had to do is whoop 2 bums. Right? So that's Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is at work, people. He is making his claim. He is shots fired verbally. He's throwing counter punches. Right? So, that's my take on Tyson Fury, about this whole $80 million deal. That's about counterpunch. You guys tell me what you think about Tyson Fury's comments. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.